The smell hit her first, thick, sour, and suffocating. It clung to the back of her throat like a warning she had long learned to ignore. Aisha tightened the edge of her worn scarf around her nose and continued walking across the landfill, her thin sandals sinking slightly into the damp, uneven ground. This place was not just where she worked, it was where life had pushed her. Every morning, before the sun fully rose, she searched through mountains of discarded things, hoping to find something, anything, that could be sold for a few rupees. That day felt no different. Until it did. She almost missed him. At first, she thought it was just another pile of dumped waste, black bags, torn cardboard, broken furniture. But something about the shape seemed wrong. Too still. Too human. Her heart skipped. She hesitated, scanning the area. People sometimes abandoned more than trash here, stray animals, broken dreams, and occasionally, bodies. Fear crept into her chest, but something stronger pushed her forward. "Hello," she called out, her voice trembling. No response. She stepped closer, her breath catching as she pulled back a torn plastic sheet. And that's when she saw him. A man. Well-dressed. Expensive suit, now stained with dirt and rainwater. His face pale, lips slightly parted, eyes closed. He looked completely out of place, as if someone had taken a piece of a different world and thrown it here. "Oh my God," she whispered. Her hands shook as she crouched beside him. For a second, she thought he was dead. But then, barely noticeable, his chest moved. He was alive. Panic surged through her. "Sir. Can you hear me?" she said, gently tapping his face. No response. She looked around. No one nearby. No help. Just her. This was the moment that would change everything. Aisha had nothing. No money, no power, no connections. Helping him meant risk, time lost, possibly trouble. But walking away, she couldn't do it. "Stay with me," she whispered, even though he couldn't hear her. Summoning every ounce of strength, she tried to pull him up. He was heavy, and her arms ached almost immediately. But she didn't stop. Inch by inch, she dragged him out of the garbage heap toward a clearer patch of ground. Her breath came in sharp bursts, her body trembling, but determination burned in her eyes. After what felt like forever, she managed to get him onto a small wooden cart she used for collecting scrap. It creaked under the weight, but it held. "Please don't die," she murmured, as she began pushing. The road to the nearest clinic was long, uneven, and merciless. People stared as she passed, a poor girl pushing an unconscious, well-dressed man through the streets. Some whispered. Some laughed. No one helped. But Aisha didn't stop. By the time she reached the small clinic, sweat drenched her clothes and her legs felt like they would collapse beneath her. She burst through the door, gasping, "Help! Please, he's dying." The staff rushed forward, placing him on a stretcher. Questions came at her from every direction. "Who is he? What happened? Is he your relative?" I don't know," she said, her voice shaking. "I just found him." Hours passed like years. Relief flooded through her so suddenly she nearly cried. "But he was poisoned," the doctor continued. "If you had brought him even 30 minutes later, he wouldn't have survived." Poisoned. Aisha's mind raced. Who would do this? And why leave him in a place like that? Before she could ask more, the clinic door suddenly opened again. This time, it wasn't doctors. Men in expensive suits walked in, serious, alert, scanning the room. One of them approached her. "Are you the one who brought him here?" he asked. She nodded slowly. The man exhaled, as if a massive weight had been lifted. "You just saved the life of one of the most powerful businessmen in the country." Aisha blinked. "What?" "That man," he said, pointing toward the room, "is Mr. Rahman, a millionaire. He's been missing for 2 days." The world seemed to stop. Aisha looked at her hands, the same hands that dug through garbage every day, had just saved a millionaire. Days later, when he finally woke up, the first thing he asked was, "Who saved me?" And when Aisha walked into his room, shy and unsure, their eyes met, and in that moment, everything changed. He listened to her story. Every word. Every struggle. And something inside him shifted. You had every reason to walk away, he said quietly. But you didn't. Aisha lowered her gaze. I just did what anyone should do. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Because you never know, the next story might change the way you see the world forever.